This is Julie Hennrikus from Your Ladders with my 5 Arts Thoughts. Now, I started my career in box office, and I love, actually, box office and ticketing. So today is the first in several videos I'm going to do about the art of ticketing and what you should look at. But let's take an overview. If you are doing a performance and you need to ticket, what are the considerations you should take into place? First, make sure your audience can get your tickets easily. This is really important. Also, make sure they can access how to get tickets easily. So put that on your posters, put that on your Facebook page, put that on your website, everywhere else that you have information. But make sure there aren't barriers or it's not difficult for audiences to get tickets. Second, consider all of your options. Are you restricted to the box office system you can use because of the venue you're using? We'll talk about that next. But if you're selling them on your own, there might be cheap options out there, but what value do they add to your overall project? What value do they add to your ability to collect names and emails, which are so valuable to your work? So think about that. Think about the charges, what can happen, how easy they are to access, how much of a service charge you pay versus how much your audience pays. All of that should be factored in. But again, don't necessarily look for the cheapest option. It may not be the best one. Number 3, does the venue you're planning on using have its own ticketing system? If so, are you obligated to use them? What are the costs? How do people get tickets? How soon can you put them on sale? Factor in all of that into your decision making, because that should actually be factored into your decisions about spaces as well. Is there a marketing opportunity? Can you bring a poster in? Can you make sure that you're part of any information they send out? Those are all valuable additions, but sometimes they come at a cost. So check on how much the costs are to you as a producer and also to your audiences, and factor that in, certainly when pricing your tickets. Number 4, make sure that you hold tickets back for tech, for press, for VIPs, for your company, for other folks. You may have a hit in your hand that you didn't expect. So if you don't have tickets held back, then you can't accommodate everybody who needs to be accommodated, and that can be really challenging. You can always, and also hold tickets back for accessibility, wheelchair access, and things like that. You can always put tickets on sale later, so you can straggle them in, but be conservative at first. You never know if a tech table is going to need to be added and what that's going to mean as far as the capacity of the house and how you're going to sell those tickets. And number 5, make sure you get your tickets on sale as soon as possible. It's really helpful to meet with the box office manager if you are renting a venue and talk to them, tell them about your show, give them info sheets, give them as much information as you possibly can in writing so that they can share it with folks who are working on the phones or working at the windows, and understand how they do tickets. They may be willing to consign tickets to you, which is give you a batch to sell on your own. If so, if you've got the capacity to do it, that's a great option as well. But make sure you are lined up and you're ready to go. Tickets should be on sale or available, and there's no harm in getting them out onto the market as soon as possible. And then start doing a push 2 months, 6 weeks, whenever, before your event. But if people hear about your event and they want to get tickets, make sure they can. That's a valuable asset. As I said, I'm going to be talking a lot more about box office and ticketing throughout these 5 Arts Thoughts. But if you have an idea or a question that you want me to cover in these, please comment below. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're liking us on Instagram, you're liking us on Facebook, and that you've checked out Your Ladders, both the blog and the classes we're offering, because the whole goal is to help artists, performing artists, primarily, get over the obstacles in their paths. So thanks so much for listening to today's 5 Arts Thoughts. I'll see you next time.